Imtiyaz Qureshi is now joining us. Imtiyaz, we're going back to the 7350 level. That's the space from where we did see rally coming in. If we break that level, what's the downside open up to?
Yes, Pankaj, there is a technical development which has been happened, and it is from the level of 7240 where we had recently made the bottom. From there, the market has rallied back to 7600, then 7350, then today's high 7512. From there, we are going back towards the lower level. If at all today or maybe till tomorrow morning, if we break 7350 and if we sustain below that 5-10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, then this will really trigger some, you can say, long side positions and would turn into the negative side position. So I think so 7350 is very crucial for the market. And if this break, then I suppose the downside would be at least minimum below 7200.
Right. What do you make of names like Vedanta, names like Hindalco? We've seen a bounce back and sharp bounce back in the last few days. You think they are classical ideas to short again, or you should be careful?
Pankaj, I would definitely take the second word, that is to be cautious on the short side, because if I see the intraday chart, the stocks both has trading in a positive zone. Today also the sell-off has come, but stock has not lose that much of the way we had seen the rest of the stocks. Most important point, Pankaj, on the Nifty is that we're seeing the faster retracement. The rally was shorter, retracement is faster.
What does that indicate?
This indicates that the bears are very much in the hands, or like you can say the market is in the hands of bear and the pressures are coming at a higher level. Maybe we would see some global effectors going to come in, as we have seen right now the crude is going down and the commodities like metals are shining right now. So I think so maybe this is an indication that the portfolio is getting shifted from the equity to the commodities, where actually we have seen commodity markets, like if I talk about the gold, which has been appreciated 20% in last 10 to 12 days of trading session. So this is what we are telling, the shifting of the portfolio is happening from the equity to commodity. And similarly, if I talk about the metals, that's the reason we are not seeing big pressures coming from the metal sectors. But one can adopt the buy on decline strategy for both the stocks for the smaller return, not for the bigger return, because bigger picture is still on the negative side, but the smaller retracement can happen where you can see 5 to 6% of rally in both the stocks, Vedanta and Hindalco.
Right. What do you make of the banking names? PSU banks, we saw a rally coming in today. Of course, they are still up, but they are way off the day's high. Bank Nifty itself is off the day's high. You think that that's a sector which will continue to see selling pressure, or that's the space where bears would have a lot more hold?
Pankaj, I believe that the same structure what I had told about Nifty, there is some different structure which is developing in Bank Nifty, which we call 1, 2, 3 zigzag structure. The Bank Nifty has fallen from the 15,500 level to 14,700, and from there we had seen almost more than 61% of retracement to 15,350. Right now we are going back to that level. So I believe that until unless 14,770 doesn't break, would be, you can say, indication that you can say the buy on decline strategy would be there. But I would definitely wait for the tomorrow market to get at what side the market is opening. Today's low for both Nifty and Bank Nifty would be very much crucial where it is close, and tomorrow if we open below that level, then the selling pressure would start from the morning bell itself.
Right. Just a word on the results of PNB SBI. You think that will be an important trigger that's in the next few days for the Bank Nifty itself?
I suppose, Pankaj, the result what was supposed to be going to come right now, PNB and SBI. Already we have seen some rally coming in, and the way the structure is showing right now, it is that the first leg has started up. Right now, both the stocks in second leg where we can see the decline, and the third leg would be definitely going up. So maybe the rally which we have seen from the PNB would be from 87 to 97, the 10 rupees rally. Maybe we see 5 to 6 rupees or maybe 8 rupees of corrections, and from there we can see another leg of going upside. So as at what I said, that 14,770 is crucial for the Bank Nifty. Similarly, if the Bank Nifty comes nearby that level, so maybe the retracement of the rest of the stocks will happen, and then we can see our stocks going up back.
Right. Imtiyaz, just stay on with us. About a minute remaining or slightly less than that for closing. Not that great day, 123 points down. And when we started the 230 factor, we were just down 15 points. So we've lost 100 points in the last 1 hour. Always, something which would not boost the confidence. FIs are clear sellers. There's ETF selling. There's no doubt about it. Coming in the last 30 minutes. Infosys is down 2.5. And that's the worrying part. Today we had IT and FMCG in the last 1 hour, which really cracked. And probably the index went down because of that. Lupin 15 rupees higher, 18.18 for Lupin. Gale flat with a positive bias. L&T down 1.5. HDFC Limited down about 2%. Cipla down 0.5%. Z Entertainment down 1.7. Sun Pharma down 2.6. HDFC Bank down 2.5. Wipro down about 2.5. Ambuja Cement flat with a positive bias. HCL Tech down 2%. That's the closing bell. 122 points down on a provisional basis. In the last 15 minutes, we had a lot of movement, so maybe that number gets adjusted quite a bit. Maruti 3,728, one of the big flat names today. TCS down 2.7, HUL down 1.5, M&M down 1.8, Dr. Reddy's down 1.4%. HUL down 1.5%, ACC flat with a positive bias. Top losers, on your screen, 322, that's Tata Motors, that's the top loser on your screen. ONGC down 3.8%. Again, I think it's got to do with crude and the movement over there. IndusInd Bank down 3.3, 880 rupees for IndusInd Bank, 31 rupees lower. Vedanta Limited down 3.5, 71.72 for Vedanta Limited, 21.6 million shares. Kotak Bank down about 3%, 5.7 lakh shares traded for Kotak Bank. TCS 2.7% lower, 2,354 for TCS, 2.7% decline. ITC down 2.6. ITC had an important role in the crack in the last 1 hour. Sun Pharma down 2.6, ended at the day's low, but the markets were also at the day's low. So one cannot take a very, very big negative news coming in on that. Wipro down about 2.4 odd percent, and again, things are not looking that good. Infosys down 2.4. Imtiyaz, you were talking about bears being in control. Till now, IT has done decently well when you would have compared it to any other sector. You think names like Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech are now vulnerable to any sell-off coming in? Because this time around, even when the third or the fourth leg of the fall comes in, even quality gets butchered.
Absolutely, Pankaj. Whenever the market tend to show sell-off, there are the few sectors which totally show underperformance. But Pankaj, we have to be very much choosy when it goes to the index, and from the index, from the sectors to the stock specific. I believe that in the entire stock specific of IT sectors, HCL look little bit of negatives, but still Infosys and TCS looks very much promising. I think so. The retracement has started for both the stock because we have seen very good rally coming from TCS and Infosys, which was the major contribution for the Nifty to go back to 7,500 level, and earlier for the 7,600 also. So I think so the retracement would start back, and the bottom levels would be very good for Infosys and TCS for a buy side. But for the HCL Technology, I would not initiate short position, but I would definitely avoid this current level to buy for HCL Technology.
Right. Names like Yes Bank, which have done particularly well, you think they continue to stand out?
Yes, Pankaj, if I see the structure, there are the multiple bottoms happening, and every time the bottoms are getting higher. So until unless Yes Bank doesn't break 754, I would stand positive for the Yes Bank, and would see the stocks going back to about 800 level. So as of now, 754 is a very crucial level for Yes Bank.
Right. What would you make of the steel names? We spoke about Hindalco and Vedanta. Steel, of course, had some news flow also coming in on Friday. What do you make of the steel names?
Pankaj, as I said, we have to be very much choosy on the sector wise, and then thereafter stocks wise. If I talk about the steel sectors, then I would not definitely go for the Tata Steel, but definitely I will choose GSW Steel, which looks very much positive on the chart. Today we have seen some positiveness happening, and I think so until unless the stock sustain about 995, to be very precise, below 1,000 rupees. So until unless the stocks stand below above 1,000 rupees, then I think so the stocks has the potential to go back to about 1150, and that would be at least the trader has to wait for a period, because the market is totally into the bear phases and consolidating between the previous tops and previous bottom. So the stock specific will show some momentum, but GSW can be taken as a buy on decline strategy with a stop loss of below 1,000 rupees, and higher side can expect 1150, maybe till 1200 in a couple of weeks.
Right, but again, you're not in a hurry to do so.
I would definitely wait, because Pankaj, as I said, I would wait for the market to show tomorrow morning trades. How the market opens, how the global factors comes in, then only we need to initiate a trade. Yes, the sell-off has come, the market has closed nearby day's low. If tomorrow we open below the today's low, then this will indicate yes, the market has started back the fourth leg of downside, which will go below 7,200. Then I will wait for the market to settle down at the lower level, then initiate a buy.
Right, but when could that fourth leg go down? What's the percentage that you would look at?
Pankaj, as I said, 7,350 is the first indication where the first confirmation will come. that the market is going down, and if we break 7350, so which will not only break the 7450 but today's low also. So these two things going to come together, and I suppose that if we see the faster retracement, then I believe that in 3 or 4 trading session, or maybe in this week, we will see Nifty going below 7200.
Right, Imtiyaz, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure.